Hey everyone, welcome back to Journey of Wendy Smuggle. In the last video, we talked about Marauder friendship. Sirius Black found out Peter Pettigrew still alive and escaped from Azkaban to protect Harry. On Harry's side, he accidentally blew up Aunt March and ran away from Dursley House. From Book 3, the story grew longer. Some details were trimmed in the film version. I will include some missing moments where necessary. Let's start today's story.
Harry jacked his trunk, didn't know where to go. He believed he had broken wizarding law by using magic outside school and expected to be expelled from Hogwarts. He stopped under a street lamp, feeling scared.
When Harry looked around, he suddenly noticed a black dog staring at him from the darkness. Harry stumbled backward, tripped over the trunk, and accidentally summoned the night bus, which was a triple-decker purple bus.
In Wizarding World, we have seen 3 traffic tools so far. First one, broomsticks. Second one, blue powder. Third one, Hogwarts Express.
Night bus was the fourth one.
The conductor Stan helped Harry aboard. To hide his identity, Harry introduced himself as Neville Longbottom. On the bus, Harry read the Daily Prophet's newspaper and the first time heard the name Sirius Black, a dangerous murderer, had escaped from Azkaban. Harry alighted at Leaky Cauldron, where Minister for Magic Fudge waited at the bus stop. To his surprise, he was not arrested. Fudge told Harry. The ministry had sent officials to get March down and remove the memory for her. No punishment. Harry asked why last year he got the warning letter just because of Dobby, housewife dropping cake. Fudge said awkwardly, past was the past. The ministry got the other matters to deal with at the moment. Fudge told Harry he could stay at the Leaky Cauldron for the rest of the summer. For the first time, Harry felt completely free. He had his own small room, no Dursley, no shouting. Every morning, he walked out into Diagon Alley, exploring all the shops at his own pace. He spent hours at Florist and Bloss, browsing spell books. Stopped by Quality Quidditch Supplies, where the new Fairbox broomstick was displayed in the window. He also finished his homework at a sunny little table. On the last day of summer holidays, Harry met Ron and Hermione in Diagon Alley. Hermione planned to buy it all. Last minute, she changed her mind and bought a cat. Ron got mad with this idea, warning her cat not bother his pet Scabbers. Harry met Weasley family also. Arthur Weasley looks very nervous. Everyone thought Sirius Black escaped to kill Harry.
As usual, they bought the Hogwarts Express and found a compartment near the back of the tree. Inside sat a man fast asleep by the window. His clothes was old and patched, and beside him was a badged suitcase labeled R.J. Lupin.
It was Professor Remus Lupin, the new Defense Against Dark Arts teacher we had mentioned in the last video. Hermione guessed he must be the new professor. Moment later, the train began to move. Suddenly, the train stopped.
The compartment door slid open, and a tall, hooded creature glided inside. Its rotten hands surged out and sucked from the air. Harry felt an overwhelming chill heard the screams in his hand, and then fainted.
After Harry woke up, Lupin offered a piece of chocolate, saying, "Eat this, it helps." When they reached Hogwarts, Dumbledore welcomed back students. From the third film onwards, Dumbledore was played by a different actor. It was a pity, like the original actor from the first two movies had passed away. Dumbledore introduced Remus Lupin as the new defense against the dark arts professor, and Hagrid has been promoted to care of magical creature teacher. From their third year, students had both compulsory and elective subject. Harry and Ron chose divination and care of magical creature subject. Divination teacher was Professor Trelawney. 12 years ago, Dumbledore interviewed Trelawney for divination teaching post. At the beginning, he was not interested in this subject, but during that interview, something incredible happened. Trelawney made a prophecy, the child who would have the power to defeat Voldemort. Dumbledore realized if Voldemort's followers learned she had made a prophecy, they might try to capture or kill her. Dumbledore offered her a job immediately so that she could stay at Hogwarts, where she would be safe. In her first lesson, Trelawney told the class that a true divination couldn't really be learned from books. Only those with the inner gift could truly master it. Harry and Ron looked at each other and grinned. Hermione, on the other hand, looked stunned. She couldn't believe books wouldn't help with that subject.
Trelawney asked the class to pair up and read the tea leaves, interpret the shape they saw. When it was Ron's turn to read Harry's cup, he read the book without knowing any meaning.
Trelawney dripped over and peered into the cup. Her eyes widened. "My dear," she whispered, "you have the dream, a great black dog." Harry's stomach dropped. He remembered the black dog he had seen before. After divination class, they went to Professor McGonagall's traffication class. McGonagall simply said that every year Professor Trelawney predicted someone would die, but it never actually happened. In Hagrid's care of magical creature class, the student met Buckbeak, half horse and half bird. Hagrid warned them. They are proud and easily offended. Never insult them. He asked who wanted to try. No one moved.
Even Harry, Ron, and Hermione looked nervous. The class stepped back. Ron gave Harry a small push, and Harry became the volunteer. He bowed, and to his surprise, Buckbeak bowed back. Encouraged by Hagrid, Harry climbed onto Buckbeak's back, and the Buckbeak soared high into the sky. When he landed, everyone cheered, except Malfoy, who looked jealous. Trying to show off, he walked up to Buckbeak and insulted. In an instant, Buckbeak struck out, scratching Malfoy's arm. Malfoy screamed loudly. Hagrid rushed to bring him to Hospital Wing. The first defense against dark arts class, Professor Lupin told the class they were going to practice. In the middle of the room stood a large old wardrobe that was shaking slightly. Lupin explained that inside the wardrobe was a creature called Boggart.
The Boggart took the shape of whatever frightened you the most. It can defeat it, not by strength, but by laughter. All you needed to do was imagine something funny. Saying the spell, ridiculous.
Neville went first. His greatest fear was Snape. The wardrobe burst open. Out came Snape. Neville shouted. Ridiculous! Snape was in a big white, green dress and a red handbag. Next was Ron. Out crawled a giant spider. Ron shouted, Ridiculous! In an instant, the spider slipped, its legs tangled like roller skates. When it was Harry's turn, Lupin suddenly stepped in front of him. The Boggart turned into a full moon. Lupin shouted, Ridiculous! And the moon vanished into a balloon.
It was the best defense against dark arts lesson they had since their first year at Hogwarts. From the third year, students were allowed to visit Hogsmeade Village, the only all-wizard village in Britain just beside Hogwarts. Because of the Aunt March incident during the summer, Harry didn't get his permission from Sam. He tried to ask Professor McGonagall for approval, but she generally refused. On Halloween morning, the student went to Hogsmeade Village. Harry stayed at Hogwarts and met Professor Lupin. Lupin invited him to his office for tea. Harry asked why Lupin had stopped him from facing Boggart. Lupin admitted he thought the Boggart would turn into Voldemort, and Harry was surprised to hear him say the thing. The other person who ever said it aloud was Professor Dumbledore. Harry told him, actually, he remembered the Dementors. Lupin explained that Dementors feed on happiness. He promised he would teach Harry how to defend against them. The students returned from Hogsmeade Village and had a feast, then made their way back to Gryffindor Tower. When they reached the poetry hall, something was wrong. The fat lady was missing from the poetry. The frame was torn and sliced. A group of teachers hurried over. Gibbs floated nearby, whispered nervously. It was him, Sirius Black. He's broken into the castle. Dumbledore decided to let the students sleep at the Great Hall that night. The fat lady was found later, frightened, hiding in another painting. She refused to come back. Hogwarts brought in a new poetry temporarily. The castle became tense. In the next defense against the dark arts class, Snape was the teacher. It was a full moon, so Lupin was away transforming. Snape told the class their topic was werewolves, how to recognize them and how to kill them. He had his own purpose, to make the student realize that Lupin was a werewolf. As usual, Hermione raised her hand to answer every question. Snape gave her 10 and a 5 point. Ron was angry. Since Snape asked questions and Hermione knew the answer, why ask if he didn't want to be told? Snape gave Ron detention, asking him to clean the bedpans in the hospital wing without magic. The Quidditch match began under a stormy sky. Rain poured down so hard that Harry couldn't barely see the snitch. He flew higher and higher. Suddenly, Harry saw a large black dog shadow against the clouds,
and thousands of Dementors gliding through the sky. Harry tried to escape, but he couldn't.
When Harry woke up in the hospital wing, he learned that Dumbledore saved him just in time. Hastening past 2000 was hit by a whopping willow. The tree smashed it into the beast. As Christmas approached, most students went to Hogsmeade Village again, leaving Harry alone. Fred and Joyce knew Harry couldn't visit Hogsmeade, so he gave him something special, a secret map. They showed Harry how to open it.
I solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
Messrs. Mooney, Wormtail, Padfoot and Prongs are proud to present the Marauder's map.
Fred and George had discovered the map back in their first year. During the detention, they spotted a drawer labeled confiscated and highly dangerous. Curious as ever, they grab it and later uncover all the secret.
Give it a tap and say, "Mischief managed," otherwise anyone can read it.
With the help of the map, Harry went through the secret passageway to reach to the village, and there he met Ron and Hermione. In the book version, 3 of them went to the 3 broomsticks and ordered butterbeer. Where they were talking, Professor McGonagall and Minister Fudge suddenly entered the pub. Harry quickly hid under the table. The owner complained that business had been bad since Dementor arrived. Then they began talking about what happened 12 years ago, the story we mentioned in the last video. They said Sirius Black was Harry's godfather. The Potters had used the charm to hide from Voldemort, but their secret keeper betrayed them. Everyone believed Sirius Black was the one who betrayed the Potters, and that's why he was sent to Azkaban. Later, as they walked back to Hogwarts, Hermione and Ron tried to persuade Harry not to find Black, but Harry was determined to revenge. On Christmas morning, Harry received a warm scarlet jumper from Miss Weasley. In book version, a mysterious gift as well, a brand new broomstick that Fairy bought. No one knew who had sent it. He was thrilled. It was the fattest broom in the world. Hermione grew suspicious about the new broomstick. She informed Professor McGonagall, who came back and took it away to examine it, just to make sure it was safe to use. Harry was angry, even though he knew Hermione meant well. After Christmas, Professor Lupin decided to teach Harry how to defend against the Dementors. They met in the empty classroom, a trunk into the corner. Let's dive in Dementor first. Dementors originated from the island of Azkaban. A dark wizard stayed on the island to practice dark magic. After the wizard's death, the Ministry of Magic discovered the island, finding it infested with Dementors. The Ministry later converted Azkaban into a prison, using the Dementors as guards to keep wizards separated from Muggles and to save cost. Dementor was a dark creature, sucked the peace, hope, and happiness. Harry asked why Dementors affected him more than others. Lupin explained it was because Harry had memories too painful to forget. To fight them, need a powerful charm, the Patronus charm, using the strong, happy memories to driving Dementors away. The spell was simply to say, Expecto Patronum. Lupin opened a trunk, using a Boggart inside turned into the Dementor. Harry lifted his wand, trying to think of the moment of flying on his broom, and shouted the spell. When Harry woke up, Lupin gave him chocolate. After several tries, Harry focused on his memory, his parents smiling and talking to him.
Expecto Patronum!
Since Hermione bought Crookshank, Ron had fought with her several times.
One day, Ron found there was blood on his bedsheets and a cat hair too. He was sure Scabbers had been eaten by Crookshanks.
Where is Ron's scabbard? Did the cat really eat a scabbard? That's the end of story. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.